Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Sudip Maiti, career designer. Welcome to the Classroom to Boardroom Talk Show, episode number 34. As you all know that we have gathered here to enlighten you how the different ways the transition can be happen from the classroom to boardroom. And we will discuss about the hurdles and challenges. Take charge of your career and listen to the different eminent persons, those who have excelled in their own career path. Today we have invited one of the great personality who is an influencer, coach, mentor, businessman. He is an social entrepreneur and investor and has started the multiple business venture and established the brand in the pharmaceutical retail stores, mobile applications, software development, digital marketing, and as a business coach. He have been the passionate about the growth and the success of SMEs and MSME and enterprises. He is also a business mentor for Bhartiya Yuva Shakti Trust, which is a platform for empowering the Indian youth to turn their business ideas into the profitable enterprise. Let's hear from him. I'm pleased to welcome Mr. Virendra Ingle with thunderous rounds of applause. And today we will talk about the more about the topic that develop the next level leaders and use the technology to autopilot your business. Welcome, sir, in this particular talk show. And before moving into this particular topic, so I just want to request you if you can please introduce yourself, so that would be really good for the audience. They will know you very well. And I also audience perspective, I will expect if you have any query or anything, you can reach out to sir directly here during the discussions. We will clarify your query because the sir has a lot of experience. He was as a employee, 20 years of the job experience, and from there he moved into the different directions for just chase his dream, and he has tried to fulfill his dream. So welcome, sir. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Sudeep Mati. Thank you very much to invite me on this show. So my name is Virendra Ingle, and I'm a business coach. I'm a serial entrepreneur running my few organizations. And whatever I learn from my organizations, whatever failures I get from my organization, I try and develop my formulas or strategies around it and teach others. So that's what all about me. As you said that you're right that it is a journey from coaching, mentoring, training. It is a journey from classroom to boardroom, and it is achieved with lot of efforts and a lot of facing a lot of challenges. So again, introducing myself, my name is Virendra Ingle. I'm basically from a city called Nagpur, born and brought up in Nagpur. Completed my graduation in commerce and then MBA from Nagpur University. After completion of my in fact during my graduation I was working. It was like earn while learn situation for me, and I worked for various good brands like Eureka Verbs. I worked for various other companies, BPL Mobile and all, during my graduation itself. After completion of graduation, I completed my MBA, though my dream was to join army, but somehow I was there for hardly 4 5 days and then failed. Why I'm telling this? Because I know there are so many students must be watching us today, and when they fail at that age, they feel that life is over here. But it's not like that. You always have something written for you, and there is something which you have to follow your dream for. So when I got to know, okay, I'm not entering into army or I'm not joining army because I failed in my fourth day with after completion of my SSB and all. When I was at Allahabad, I failed and I was thrown out of that particular journey on fourth day. So I decided, okay, let me focus again back to my sailing profession. And I was like a sales executive, then from there to sales manager. I worked for various good brands after my MBA. I worked for Holistic India Limited, which is into manufacturing of holograms. I worked for Zycom Electronic Security Systems. I worked for Flex Industries. I worked for BPL Mobile. And my maximum stint is with Tata Teleservices. where I worked for almost 9.5 years. I was working at a senior level, and from there I moved to Sony Pictures. There I feel that okay, I really want to go back and start my something own. And in 2016, I start my entrepreneur journey, and now I am in front of you. 6 years, a baby in a business. But yes, during this, in last 6 years, I could able to build some brands. My first was into education, where we trained and placed manpower into corporates on technology, especially into telecom, mechanical, and IT. I parallelly was into consulting, so I started getting a lot of business coaching assignments or corporate training assignments from various companies. I got associated with a very big brand called Tally Solutions, and today this is our 6th year as a Tally accelerator for Tally. And parallelly, then the journey keeps taking you to a different leaps and ups and downs, and that's how I'm in front of you today, Mr. Sunil.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, yeah. So, sir, just want to know. So, yeah, there is the so many years you are in the job, 20 years. And after that, you thought of you have to chase your dream and you come into the entrepreneurship. And I feel that so every entrepreneurs, or not only the entrepreneur, anyone's, whatever, wherever he is, in the career, any kind of the career path, there is some challenges, some hurdles. Okay. Without that, they can't reach to the level what they want in their life. So, can you please briefly explain to the people? So, in your during your journey, so what kind of the hurdles or challenges you have faced and how you have overcome that? That is the most important things. Yeah.
Right. So, see, as we say that you have to keep learning and you have to keep, working on the challenges which you face in your day-to-day life. So I worked for corporates almost for 20 years, but I forgot to tell you that I started my first company when I was doing my graduation. I thought of, starting something of my own when I was at, I think, first year or second year, and I failed. I failed because of two, three basic reasons. One was finance. Second was there was no proper guidance, or you can say a support. I started my business into publication. I started my business into writing or DTP and all this stuff, so that I can develop maybe printings and all this for these small organizations. From there, I learned one thing, that it is not that enthusiasm is not enough. You need parallelly a lot of knowledge, experience, which will make you more stronger and which will take you to the next level. So I completed my graduation, I completed my MBA, and after MBA, I worked for 20 years with large corporates. When I worked for them, I worked with the one intention that one fine day I will have to go back and start my own. It was not sudden. It was not something where I failed in my corporate journey and that is the reason I was looking for something else and that is the reason I become a business owner. No. It was pre-decided that yes, one fine day I will have to start my own. The only challenge was identifying the right time. Maybe a procrastination, you can say, maybe a fear of loss, you can say. That is the reason I could not take that step, quite early. I took almost 20 years to study the markets. I spent maximum time into sales, business development, and franchisee rollouts. And that is the reason probably I got my first franchisee by paying 5 lakh rupees for my brand. People paid me for my brand when I opened my first franchisee, on my words. So that is possible because that's what I learned from my corporate journey, where I was a franchisee manager for BPL. I was with Tata's for as a handling franchisees. I was with Zycom handling franchisees. So that experience helped me to build my brand, and that sensitivity towards brand, was developing at that time. If you talk about the challenges, definitely when I thought of resigning and starting a business, the first thought or the first thing which came in my mind is what will happen on this 30th? How will I get my that fixed amount of salary on that 30th of the month? How will I manage my basic requirements? Trust me, that is not an easy decision for a person who is working for 20 years. Leaving your stable, secured growing or aspiring job and resigning from there and starting something of your own and follow your passion. But I uh, took that decision, took that risk, I would say, at that time. You won't believe, I don't know whether this platform is right or wrong to say this, but what I did, I took a loan of 12 lakh rupees from a top up on my home loan, and I gave it to my wife and I said, please keep this and don't disturb me for next 6 months or 1 year. Because the more you call me that we don't have money in our pocket, I will be more disturbed and probably I'll go back and search for a job. Trust me, there's a say, right? You have to cut the bridges if you want to enter into the business. And that's exactly what I did. I cut all my bridges, which will take me back to the jobs. And I 100% focused on my business. And trust me, within a span of hardly 6 months to 1 year, I was in a position to handle my finances independently. And and from that day till date, I have not taken a single rupee from my house to business. In fact, I am generating revenues from one business and investing into others. So that is the first challenge or a risk which a person will have to take. That is a decision, that is a you can say a risk or a leap of faith or whatever you call it, but you have to take it. And then there are multiple other challenges probably you'll face in terms of identifying the right set of business, identifying the market, managing the cash flow. See, the biggest challenge which I have seen when I started my business, because I was into sales, right? I was into business development, I was into franchisee rollout, I was into distribution. That all was related to generating business or maybe generating revenue. But what about managing other aspects of the business? What about managing finances? What about managing manpower? What about hiring right set of manpower? What about maybe accounting, taxation? And when you do this kind of a business, you face a lot of internal as well as external factors which impact your business. Like in our case, we faced a biggest you can say external factor which impacted us was demonetization. It was in a very initial days of my business when I saw that, oh my god, nobody's coming and paying me because of this issue. And I was like finding that, okay, my cash flow is getting disturbed. Then the second challenge which we saw was about GST. And during GST, luckily I was associated with a company, Tally, and that is the reason I could able to probably manage it well. And the third biggest thing which everybody faced, every business owner must have faced, and that was about Corona, right? So these are the external things which happen in your business, and you have to be ready with it. You have to have an alternate plan of action. You have to have a multiple you can say people, those who are sitting with you and discussing how to solve these challenges. And for that, you need a core team. And that's what probably today we are going to discuss how to develop them.
Exactly, sir. Yeah. So your journey is, yeah. So challenge will be always there in our life, whatever we are doing. So definitely you should have the courage to overcome that challenge. That is always there. Otherwise, the fear of failure will be always there in your mind. So without the strong mindset, you can't be an entrepreneur, or might be the whatever you want in your career path, you can't achieve. Yeah, moving into the topic exactly today, as we told exactly, we will talk about the develop the next level leaders and use the technology to autopilot your business. So sir, your journey is the for the almost the 6 years you are into the entrepreneurship journey. And how do you feel that this autopilot of this business, how it will be helpful for these leaders exactly, and why it is needed exactly for them?
Correct. So just imagine that you leave your company and you start your business, or you complete your graduation and you decide, okay, I don't want to do any job and I want to enter into a business. In both the situation, working hard on the field, or maybe in acquiring the new customer, or maybe designing the strategies, maybe in the managing the manpower, everything is perfect. But over a period of time, if you keep doing the same thing, for maybe multiple or number of years, then you are not an entrepreneur. Then you are a self-employed person. So you have to decide whether I want, because you were anyway an employee, you used to get 30, salary on 30th of every month. You took a decision, okay, I want to follow my dream, but at what cost? Because now you're not getting money every 30th on every 30th of your every month, and at the same time you're risking your career, and you are hiring manpower, and you are actually slogging in the market to pay their salaries and rents. That is not right. That is not entrepreneurship. So why I choose this topic today is because I am associated with, currently I have trained more than, you can say, 180, 200 entrepreneurs, or especially SMEs and MSMEs, or you can say solopreneurs, or you can say self-employed people, where they are carrying their bag, slogging around the market, trying and generating the business. They don't have team. They could not able to develop the team for last 10, 20 years. And even today, they have to go in the market and sell the product. If they don't go in the market, their business is collapsed. Imagine that if something happens to you, something goes wrong in your life, if you are on a bed for maybe 15, 20 days or a month, who will run your business? And that, if you can start thinking, you will start developing teams. That was an idea, because if I have to do everything, then better I will go and work for a big brand. I work for a very large and very renowned brands like Sony Pictures, and I work for Tata's. If I'm leaving that, then it is not for me to again go on the field and slog, but I have to build a team where people can go and generate revenue and grow with me together. My idea was creating employment for people, enable them so that they grow in their career, and at the same time, this team can work for the success of other SMEs and MSMEs. So when I'm saying autopilot your business means, even if you, by any reason, for any reason, or even if you want to go for maybe a holiday of 15 days or 20 days or Europe tour karke jana hai aapko, and at that time if you are busy in taking calls and attending customers, that's not something which I was dreaming of. And for that, I have to autopilot my business. So how you can autopilot your business? The first thing which I observe is by developing the next level leaders into your organization, who will handle your business in your absence. Start thinking, if our viewers start thinking with this perspective, that what will happen if tomorrow I take a leave for maybe 20 days, 15 days. Why only think negative? But even if positive, I want to take a Europe tour, and if I want to go for 1 month or 2 months for a trip, who will handle my business? If your business is still sustaining, still growing in your absence, that is what autopilot business according to.
Yeah,
And the
that
first
is
thing
very
is,
much required. That is very much required, exactly, because today, yeah, so today the digitalization age, exactly, we can do that particular things very easily, but only thing is that, yeah, so you should know how you can do that particular things. Yeah,
correct.
moving into the next topic, exactly what we can discuss, I would say in this particular aspects. So because the today's this particular age is the digital transformation age. Most of the company, they try to transform their business into the digitally they want to grow, basically.
True.
So what is your basically thought in that aspects? And I feel that so autopilot your business will be help in that aspects, exactly, if you can move
Definitely.
your business into the digital transformation way, so you can grow your business exponentially, I would say.
Definitely. Definitely. See,
Yeah.
as I said, that you can autopilot your business because there are multiple departments you have in your company: finance department, account department, sales department, marketing department, operations department, logistics department. There are an HR department. But even today, if you look at organizations with 20, 50 employees, they think that we are very small and we don't require technology. We can manage everything manually. So one, as I said, that you need a second level, or you can say next level leaders into your company who can work in your absence and take decisions and take ownership and take responsibility of the task given to them or the entire organization. That is one. But parallelly, to increase their productivity, to have a better control on your every transaction, you must have you must use technology. Now, what all technologies you can use? One, say, take an example of, we will start about P's of marketing, what we called, or maybe so M's of. So when I'm saying people, how will you manage? Because that is the biggest asset. You can manage machineries, you can manage the human being is having their own brain, they have their heart, they have emotions. Managing them is more difficult than anything else. So how you manage? So you can have an HRMS software, you can have some human resource management softwares in your company, so that your payment. I'll tell you my live example. I have one office in Delhi, and one of my employee resigned during COVID only because I could not give him a salary slip on time. Can you believe this? But this happened with me. Why? Because I could not give him a salary slip on time, because at that time I was also not keeping well, my HR was also not keeping well, and that is the reason it took some more time to furnish some data to him. But if and from immediately after that, I implemented HRMS software in my company, and now I am helping others to implement HRMS software in their company, because I am associated with companies, those who are HRMS software company. I am helping them to grow their channel ecosystem in country. Similarly, finance. So, are you using any accounting software to so that your GST is paid on time, so that your input credits are taken? So, are you having any software so that you can have all this data right? Do you have any visibility of inventory? When which product is you are selling good, which you are not able to sell? What is your dead stock and all? What is your fastest moving item? So you need some kind of data points to take decisions, right? And technology can help you there. Today there are so many good softwares. Tally is there. Then there are other softwares where you can take such type of data and work on it. Similarly, now I talked about human resource management. I talked about accounting and finances. There is one more another department, and that department is your sales and development, business development department, or a marketing department where we can generate leads. Now, if you want to strengthen department, because that is the only department which is earning revenue for us, right? Other departments are actually spending money or investing, reusing that money for that growth. But if you talk about uh, sales and business development, they are actually generating revenue for us. They are the revenue generator. Now, to help them, what you need a best quality of CRM, so that each and every leads are tracked to the end. You must have there are so many CRMs available. For smallest organization with 2 people can have a CRM. Can you believe that? Today people think, okay, I am not a very big company, and that is the reason I don't require a CRM. But it's not like that. CRM is not meant for large companies. CRM is also meant for a small company. So you can have a CRM. You can have a lead management process into that CRM, so that your every leads get tracked. And digital marketing, you rightly said, is and nowadays I say it's a vardhan to a new business, where you can generate a lot of leads. You can have your presence in the digital platform, because initially, like, I do have a brick and mortar model where I have a store, where people have to come to my store and ask for a medicine, and then they will take that medicine and go. But when we are talking about any other business, we can always have our shop on the on the digital platform. So having a website, and that to a good quality website, is very important. Having a right CTA, call to action, in that is very important. A regular update on your social medias or LinkedIn's or any other social media platforms or SEO is very important in today's age. That will generate a lot of leads, and which will help you to generate more revenues. So trust me, if someone is saying that I don't require a digital marketing or I don't require a website, I think then you will have to rethink that. You'll have to have a good quality website and a regular good quality social media and digital marketing for your company. Yeah.
Yeah, because in the business, if there is no cash flow, so that would be the really problem. Because from where the cash flow will come, it will come from your leads basically. So you have to continuously producing the leads basically. So
Exactly.
yeah, And for that purpose, to what you told about the CRMs as well as the finance softwares, about the HRMS softwares, definitely all everything is very much required to run a company basically, or might be the, even though it's a small company, so definitely the initially you may not be established your the finance software or might be the HR, but CRM is very important because they are the revenue generator for your business. So that is pretty much important, and you have to implement that software as much
So
as quick as
as we say that there has to be something which is generating revenue, and at the
correct,
same time there has to be something which is keeping that revenue intact properly. So
correct,
you need an accounting software to keep accounting of all, so that you can pay your GSTs and other things properly, and at the same time some
correct.
kind of CRM where you can actually keep the track of all your customers, existing customer as well as new leads, so that you are giving a great level of customer satisfaction to them. Trust me,
So
with your permission, I just want to add
yeah, yeah, yeah,
experience. See,
definitely,
as I said, that when I resigned, I was working for corporates into business development or a franchise rollout or a distribution background, right? I was not having much of a sense on how to manage finances, how to do accounting, how to maybe do maybe how to file returns, or maybe tax, maybe TDS, maybe input, how to claim the input. I don't know anything. And second is how to recruit a right set of manpower. What all HR processes are there, so that I should not be in a problem. Any individual can go to a court and say, boss, I'm not getting this kind of benefit and I'll be in a problem. If I am really growing, if I am a solopreneur and I am happy with whatever I have, then there is no challenge as such. But if you really are aspiring to grow, and if you have an aspiration to grow to a level of more than 100 employees, 20 employees, 15 employees, whatever, 15, 20, 50, whatever. So you need to have a sense or understanding about all this. What are the government policies? What are the laws? Maybe a labor law, maybe a companies law, maybe about taxation, maybe about GST, maybe about TDS, maybe about PF, maybe about PT. And if you don't know that, then there are chances that you will face some challenges, and that challenges will divert you for at least some time from your main goal, because your agenda was to grow your company, but now you are stuck up in solving the challenges which are suddenly popped up in your life. So when I resigned, I was not knowing all, and then I started up, meeting some coaches, mentors, and they taught me how to handle this. So today I have a coach who can guide me on finances. I have a coach who guide me on how to generate leads. There are people, those who manage my social media handles. So this is required. You cannot say that okay, I will run my enterprise alone.
and
Alone,
on
jobs can be created, but if you really want to do a good business, then you have to take help of consultants, trainers, coaches, guys. Take a consultation from maybe a chartered accountant, company secretaries. So there are so many professionals, those who can guide you, those who can train you, and they can at least tell you what is right and what is wrong. I have seen there are so many company owners, they learn out of their failures, they learn out of their experience. But if they hold the hand of some good consultant, they can save that much of time which they are wasting there. Their speed will increase. They will not lose unnecessarily money. And trust me, I am very happy to say that yes, I do have coaches. I do have consultants. They guide me, they train me. Though I am a business coach, I am helping so many SMEs. But for my company, because when you are into the company, you think that I know everything, right? I know I am coaching others, so I can do everything. But it's not like that. You also need some guidance and support from others, or a third perspective or outsider perspective, who will tell you that where I'm going wrong. And if and that is what maybe a suggestion to all, that if you are into a business, then don't hesitate to ask, don't hesitate to take help. It is okay if you don't know something, just raise your hand and ask. Just raise a question, hand, and ask for help. And there are a lot of people, like you are also guiding a lot of people into career. You will be extending your hand to the people. Yes, I am ready to help, don't worry, we will build a right career. That's it.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a, yeah, really a good help. Each and everybody. So I would say the one thing I have learned from my mentor, you have to be a learner throughout your life. You
Correct.
should not feel that you know everything. So definitely, who is there? You feel that kind of the block mindset. So you are gone from the market. You can't stand. So that is one thing. Another thing, what I move into this particular this autopilot your business. So, sir, I just want to know your view in terms of the strategy of this autopilot the business for the business owner or the entrepreneur. If they have to autopilot their business, what could be the strategy exactly? If you give some glimpse of that, so that would be really helpful for them, so they can readily implement to their particular the business or the entrepreneurship journey, which will help them to accelerate their business.
Right. So I'm anyway coming up with one book which will be specially designed on this topic, and you can expect that book in a near future. But yes, in today's session, I would like to give few tips which will help you to autopilot your business. When I said that autopilot has got two parts, one is manpower related, another is technology related. So when I'm saying manpower related, then the first thing which you have to do is selecting the right set of manpower which is suitable for your organization and the job description which you have decided for it. Second is start identifying the natural leadership which everyone is having among your team. Third important thing is don't think that you are God gift to mankind, because most of the time being an owner, I think that I am the God's gift to mankind and I know everything. My team cannot do that. So don't think that. Trust your people. Assign them small tasks to do some test where yes, if the task is given, they are delivering it. They are delivering it with authority, responsibility, and ownership. Build that culture into your company where people start taking the ownership and trust them. We all are human beings. We'll do mistakes. Even your employees will do mistakes. It's okay. Give them a chance so that they can work on it and come out with the flying colors. Trust me, over a period of time, you'll find that you have a fleet of trained, trustworthy leaders in your organization, those who are ready to take your chair. A right guidance at that time will make them next level leaders into your organization, and you can then rely on them. But it will not happen automatically. It requires a lot of time, a right set of mindset in you as a owner, and a trust between you and your team. Parallelly, take the help of this technology to evaluate whether they are right or wrong, or whether doing that in within a tag or not. Means, if you're assigning them some work, whether it is happening in a tag or not, means turnaround time, whether it is happening on time or not. Keep a track of it. Keep a performance management. Motivate them. Give them an opportunity to demonstrate their leadership. Give them some task where they can come up with ideas. Start doing various open forums with them where they can come up and share their ideas and respect them. So this is what I have been practicing for last 6 years, and trust me, I am very proud that I have a good team with me. They are with me for long time, and those who resigned from me. One more thing happened, especially in MSMEs and SME. They feel, why should I train people if they are going to leave my company? My question to you, my dear friend, if imagine if they don't leave and stay with you, then means a non-productive person is staying with you. Instead, train them, develop them. Even if they leave because of various reasons, maybe you are not offering them a right set of salaries, or maybe environment, or maybe whatever, and or if they get a very good opportunity to work with corporates, you can always say that boy is my boy. He from here he moved to that big company just because of my guidance, my training. If you have that perspective, then only you can develop leaders. That's
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. So we will stop this broadcast now itself. So if anyone is watching us, So if you have any query or anything, so you can do comments here so we can clarify your query. Otherwise, we will stop this particular broadcast now itself. And we have discussed, and in future also, if you have any query in terms of this, the autopilot mode, what sir was talking about, so you can reach out to sir directly through LinkedIn or might be the Facebook. He is available. His name is the Virendra Ingle. He is a business coach. You can take a help from him. Or otherwise, if you feel that you can't directly reach out to him, you can reach out to me. I can pass the questions to him so he can very much helpful in that particular manner, I would say. So thank you, sir, for your times
Thank
and
you very
giving
much.
me the time to sharing the stage with you here and clarifying few of the queries, those
Pleasure
who
is mine.
have the, yeah. Thank
Pleasure
you.
is mine. So, last but not the least, before you stop,
Yeah.
so I normally conduct one-to-one coaching as well and corporate trainings. So, those who want to reach out to me can just search Virendra Ingle on your Google and you'll find me, and you can directly approach my team or me, through that. But yes, I think it is a journey. Business is not something which we are doing for a day or two or a month or 1 year. It is a journey. You have to give time to yourself and your ideas and your dream. Follow that dream, keep working in that direction. And one last thing, trust your team and guide them right. And you can develop an autopilot mode in your company. Select the right set of softwares which will help you to channelize, or to manage your business well. So I wish you all the best, guys, everyone whosoever is watching today. And I wish you all the best for your business. And I pray to God that you come up with the flying colors in your business and achieve your goals in your life. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sudeep Mathi.
Thank
Uh,
you. Thank you, sir, for your time. Yeah. We are closing this broadcast now.
yes, thank you. Thank you very much.